The grand larceny of AEW shocked the wrestling world, as well as the fact newly crowned champion Chris Jericho chose to celebrate his win at Longhorn Steakhouse. But as shocking as the title theft was, it's not the first time it's ever happened. Join us now as Wrestleamia's new feature Today I Learned Wrestling reveals 5 other times wrestling championships were stolen for real. Storylines involving wrestlers stealing other wrestlers' title belts are a time-tested industry trope, with champions battling their opponents to get back the belts that belong to them in the first place. However, in some cases, champions have had title belts actually stolen from them. Number 1. Bruno Sammartino's Wwwf Championship belt. Bruno Sammartino is considered the greatest WWE champion by many fans, and when it comes to longevity, no one can come close to the living legend's record reign of 2,803 days, that's over 7 years and 6 months. As great as Bruno's reign was, someone took the title from him, albeit not in the ring, on 27 September 1965, while Bruno was dining after defeating challenger Tarzan Tyler at Madison Square Garden. No, we're not talking about a 24/7 championship situation with crazy Luke Graham attacking Bruno in the restaurant and pinning him for the title. Instead, Bruno locked the title in his car as he normally did, only to come back and see the belt was stolen. Number 2. History repeats itself. Or does it? Pedro Morales' stolen WWF Championship belt. Puerto Rican wrestler Pedro Morales found himself in the difficult spot of following Bruno Sammartino as the WWF's resident babyface champion, defeating the Russian Bear to win the championship and beginning his reign, while Bruno took some much desired time off from defending the title. As we've seen, who can blame him considering he held it for so long? While no one was going to replace Bruno, Morales fared well as WWF champion, particularly in markets with a strong Hispanic demographic. At some point in his championship reign, Morales reported the championship had been stolen from his car while he dined at a nearby restaurant. We're starting to sense a pattern here, as whilst the story was strikingly similar to Bruno's, no one thought anything of it until the belt was found at a local pawn shop. While it's likely the belt's thief took it to the pawn shop, one rumour has it that Pedro hocked it to pay back gambling debts. Number 3. Jerry the King Lawler's belt gets stolen whilst he's on the throne. Jerry Lawler is no stranger to wrestling belts, having won at least 140 titles during his fabled career, including the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. Considering all the times the King has held championship gold, the odds were against him not falling prey to a title thief. The odds caught up with the King during one of Lawler's reigns as Southern Heavyweight Champion. From what we know, Memphis's other king was signing autographs for the fans when he needed to address the call of nature. Lawler put his title into a bag and left it unattended, and someone capitalized on his absence, yanking the belt while Lawler was indisposed. Number 4. Lance Vaughn and Bobby Jaggers. Wrestling's Pacific Northwest featured some of wrestling's biggest names at various points in their careers, such as Roddy Piper, Jimmy Snuka, Buddy Rose, and Jesse Ventura. It also featured a real-life incident where the promotion's tag team titles were stolen, leading to the champions appearing on television to appeal for their return. The team of Bobby Jaggers and Ricky Vaughn, who would attain notoriety in world-class championship wrestling as the fake Von Erich cousin Lance, pleaded with the public to bring back the belts as they couldn't defend the titles without them. There's no word on whether those belts were recovered either. And number 5, the AWA World Championship. While this story is anecdotal, it seems that the American Wrestling Association World Heavyweight Championship was stolen in 1975 during a title defense by Vern Gagne against Nick Bockwinkel. According to the Wrestling Classics message board, Gagne reported the belt stolen, valuing it at $10,000. Legend has it the belt was recovered at the Canadian border a few weeks later. However, when police determined the belt was actually only worth several $100s, Gagne had some explaining to do. But there you have it, guys. Today I learned episode 4 of 5 other times a wrestling belt was stolen for real. What do you think of these crazy stories? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.